Southeast Asia is home to 678 million people, a region of countless treasures and boundless potentials and possibilities where vibrant cultures meet unstoppable ambition. With a collective GDP of 3.8 trillion US dollars, ASEAN today stands as the fifth largest economy in the world. However, numbers only tell part of the story. Our true strength lies in our unity, in our collaboration, in our innovation, and in uplifting one another across borders. As we look ahead, we are not just imagining the future, we are building it through the adoption of the ASEAN Community Vision 2045, a 20-year vision which will shape ASEAN community to be more resilient, dynamic, innovative, and people-centered.
A very good day to our friends across Southeast Asia. We welcome you all as our guests in this year's summit. This year's summit will be televised in a vodcast format, so it's safe to say that our constituents will be able to see and hear our thoughts. Tackling the current issues that each of our countries are struggling at the moment. But as much as we want to continue with the centuries, I would like to address the two topics at hand: poverty and food security.
Seconded, glad to be here, and I would like to get straight with the issues at hand. If only we could foresee the chain of events economic-wise is such a mess right now that we can't even keep up with the supply and demand just because of the abrupt rises in the prices.
In Malaysia, my current cabinet's focus is in eradicating hardcore poverty. But poverty today isn't just about income, it's about access to affordable nutrition. So let's dive straight into the problem.
This will be a lengthy and serious discussion, so it would be safe to assume that everyone who is sitting in this chair will have their best foot forward. So let's begin.
I want to start last. It has faced significant economic headwinds recently with inflation. How is that hitting the average family's dining table?
It has truly been difficult. With the current global economy, it has directly impacted the cost of imported fertilizers and fuel. When fuel goes up, all the others start to follow, and suddenly, food prices in our local market spike. For our rural communities, this threatens to push them back into the poverty we fought so hard to escape. Food availability isn't the issue, affordability is.
I agree. In the Philippines, rice is life. It's political enforcement and administration stability because program that is supply chains. We are fighting orders, climate change disruptions, and high input costs, and the price of rice is stabilizes over 50% of persons need. We have the land, but the farmers and field cannot catch up with the need. If I may add, it's not just about the calories, but also the quality of the people. In Indonesia, for example, you can feel a belly with such cheap starch or cheap rice. But the people who will eat those rice will be malnourished, severely malnourished. Malnourishment comes with a lot of prices. That's the future that we are facing. Indonesia is facing a poverty trap.
We see a similar structural issue. We are transitioning from traditional family farming to modern industrial agriculture. But it's too risky for the family because small farmers are lack of safety nets. If one harvest failed due to drought or flood, they fall into debt.
So the debt cycle is a modern phase of poverty on our rural area or sectors.
We've identified the beasts: inflation, supply chain inefficiency, malnutrition, and vulnerability of smallholders. Let's talk solutions. Singapore imports 90% of its food. Who are the most vulnerable here, yet the most secure in peace? How?
Well, because we have no land, we had to turn to technology and diversification. We call it our 30 by 30. Goal producing 30% of our nutritional needs locally by 2030. We are using vertical farming and lab-grown proteins. How about this? Singapore can be the R&D hub. Let us develop the drought-resistant seeds and the high-yield urban farming type. And then open source that research to your agricultural sectors. We provide the tech, then we provide the skill. That aligns perfectly with our vision. We aim to be the agriculture and food hub of the world, but we can just export raw goods. Currently, Thailand is pushing for precision agriculture. We are using AI to map soil health. I also propose we share weather data and soil analytics across borders. If drone is hitting all regions that are likely to be hit, we provide the method and technology used. It can be useful to all of you too.
My own take as a major rice exporter, Vietnam takes its responsibility seriously. We are committed to keeping trade open, so we will not ban exports even when markets get tight, provided we have regional assurances. I propose a unified reserve, not just a warehouse, but a virtual trade agreement where other countries like the Philippines and Indonesia faces a shortage, they get first priority in procuring the supplies at a friendly price.
And so that secures the supply issue that we're facing right now. So now let's go to the remaining issues. So Indonesia is currently rolling out the free nutrition meal program for 82 million beneficiaries currently. So it is a massive logistical challenge for us, but it will create a guaranteed market for the local farmers. For example, if we standardize a school feeding in selected areas across ASEAN, if we all just commit to buying from our local farmers to feed our own school children, we may be able to solve two problems. It's like killing birds. It's like killing two birds with one stone. We end child hunger and we guarantee the income of our own poor farmers.
Cambodia will be deploying agricultural officer to every commune to train and motorize farmer. If possible, we can send them to R&D hub in Singapore.
We are running short of time, but the path forward is clear. We are moving from competition to collaboration. To summarize this meeting, Singapore will lead the R&D, Thailand, Vietnam vouch to anchor the food supply and reserve mechanism. Indonesia and Philippines is the pioneer to social safety nets, school meals, and subsidized access to ensure the food reaches the poor. Laos and Cambodia are in charge in integrating the supply chain with modernized support for smallholders. So, let's come to an end. Any final message from the representative or different countries?
Just this, food security is national security, but in ASEAN, it's regional security. We eat together, we survive together.
Well said. Now Filipino